Hello loves, it's Allie from vLuv and welcome to my channel. Today's topic is Freelee, the banana girl, RawTill4, and kind of RawTill4 activists. So in my journey, I have talked about Freelee the banana girl one other time in a video of when I was thinking about being vegan but I wasn't so sure, and I would sit there in the videos and I'd be like, Freelee, why can't I eat this food? And I'd kind of answer myself back with everything that she would put into the videos. So she would say, like, I've taken you off of the meat, I've taken you off of the dairy, I've taken you off of the eggs, now what can you eat? And I'd be like, yes, what can I eat? Because you've now, like, left me with nothing. So not true. My views of Freelee the banana girl have drastically changed over the course of watching her in the 2 years before when I was watching her, and now my 2 years as being vegan. And I figured, why not do a video about it? She's getting a lot of hate and it kind of sucks because she's really helped a lot of people transition into being a vegan by all of her videos. If you watch her earlier videos, you can see that there are so many videos that can help, like from having your period to what you eat during the day as a vegan, how you can travel as a vegan. Everything is like unlimited amount of information that she has on her channel. So I will definitely link all of that below for you guys to check out. So as I said, my views have changed quite a bit because she is basically the main person that through watching her channels had helped me to move myself over to eating healthier and then into eating as a vegan. So meat never really agreed with me. I have a problem digesting meat fats, which makes sense because why are we eating other animals? Duh. And I just was so sick of not feeling well. I would get super sick. I'd be on the bathroom floor, I'd be throwing up, just really, really bad reaction to meat. So for the most part, I cut out really fatty meats, and I would eat, like, my go-to meat would probably be chicken. So I would eat chicken once in a while, but I was already watching Freelee's videos and I was already kind of transitioning myself into being vegan without knowing I was transitioning myself into being vegan. So I would have super healthy breakfast, like I would have smoothies. I already kind of did the RawTill4 without really knowing I was doing the RawTill4, so I'd have my smoothies, I'd have my fruit, and then I'd have another meal. I don't exactly remember what I had for dinner, but I was eating pretty healthy for people to recognize that I was actually eating healthy. I would go to the beach and I'd have all of this healthy food and I'm like, wow, you are super healthy with the way you eat. Why are you eating this way? And a lot of people would go on my Instagram and they'd see all of the food that I was cooking. This is when I actually was vegan. Well, am vegan, but when I was first transitioning into being vegan. And they'd be like, oh my gosh, your food looks so good last night. I would definitely love like recipes and stuff like that. So now being vegan for, I would say, about 2 years. I'm not exactly sure the exact day that I went vegan. I don't remember. But I think it was somewhere around Thanksgiving. And so now I just I eat vegan all the time. I have for 2 years and I absolutely love it. And I think a lot of the mistakes that you make when you first go into veganism, because you see Freelee is so thin and Durian Rider is so thin, and there are other vegan people that you have seen that are super thin too, you think I'm just gonna eat and I will get just as thin as they get. I don't have to work out at all, which is a lie. That is a lie. You don't have to like bust your butt working out, but you have to work out at least 3 to 4 times a week because you are eating and you're consuming food and you need to burn it off. So silly of me to think that sitting on the couch, eating food, and not really exercising was going to get my weight down. No, it did not get my weight down, but it didn't really make me gain weight. I've been anywhere from, well, in the past 2 years, I've been anywhere from about 160, which is probably the highest weight that I've been, to about 153. That is the weight that I have stayed in. I have not been able to move myself out of that weight because I was sitting on my butt doing videos and not realizing that I actually need to work out. A lot of my work that I do is sitting a lot. Now a lot of the work that I do requires me to sit quite a bit. So editing videos requires sitting, making videos requires sitting, my freelancing requires sitting, my Amazon books for listing requires sitting. Poshmark, for the most part, I'm just sitting on my app with Poshmark. If I'm listing, I'm moving around. For Amazon, I sell Amazon books, so I'm moving around with that when I go to book sales and when I'm packaging it. But a lot of stuff I'm doing is sitting. I am creating 2 ebooks, which I'm so excited about. One is about ethical capsule wardrobe, that tips and tricks and stuff like that, and then the other one is vegan recipes. So that requires sitting. So there's a lot of sitting, and I decided what I actually really like group stuff. I like to do things in a group because you're kind of isolating yourself when you're doing these videos for the most part if you are at home. So for me, I like to actually go to the gym and do like gym workouts. So this is what I've done is I've decided to join my Y. I did that about 2 months ago, and I swim. I take 3 classes. So I take 2 Zumba classes, I take 2 yoga classes, and I take Pound, which is like really great because you get your aggression out and you're like drumming all over the place, and it's actually a super difficult class. Swimming is amazing because it gets your body into great shape, and I have to do more swimming. I have been sick for 3 weeks about, and so that has kind of limited me for working out. I've tried to do as much as I can. I tried to add some walking in. I've been coughing a lot. If you can see, this video is kind of patchy because I am coughing throughout the video. So I am totally for RawTill4 for myself. Another mistake that I see that we make as vegans is we kind of get sucked into everything that everyone else is doing. So I'm going to be a vegan that's low carb and high fat. I'm going to be a vegan that's high carb and low fat. I'm going to be a vegan that's no salt. I'm going to do starch solutions. I'm going to just be raw. And we kind of just grab onto like what everyone else is doing, and we're like, I don't know where I fit into these communities. And we just pick things that are totally wrong for us. And I just saw on the documentary on BBC, Grace, she wasn't really fully committed to being vegan. So I didn't really find it a documentary because she kind of just jumped to different things, and she definitely wasn't eating enough either. She was not carbing up. So that's like a huge problem that we see is we just take on a small part of being vegan. We don't do any research. We don't understand how many calories we should have, especially if we're working out. And we understand we eventually are undercarbed, irritated, and upset that we're not losing any weight. And that's because you're not eating right for your body. You have to see if your body has a better you have to see if your body has better digestion if you're eating RawTill4 and then you're eating a carbier dinner, or starchier dinner. Or does your body do better on starch solution when you're just eating starches? Does your body do better when it's raw? You have to listen to yourself and understand what it is that you need to do for your body to get your body moving healthier and into a better mindset for yourself. If you don't listen to your body and you're not intuitive with it, you're not going to get very far being vegan or eating in general. You're going to end up just binge eating, or you're going to go back to eating meat. So take what others eat lightly. If you are watching someone like Freelee, don't mimic what Freelee is doing. Take what Freelee is giving you, her information, and then make it in a way where it fits your body. Because Freelee has been vegan for 7 years. So what she's eating may not work with what you need to eat in order to transition into being vegan. So usually I don't make these type of videos because I don't really like the controversy, and I'm not all about the drama, but I think it's important that you understand that these people are guiding you, but they're not there for you to copy every single thing that they're doing, because it may not work for your body type. Because it may not work for your body maybe in this moment. Maybe 7 years down the line you can eat exactly how Freelee eats, or maybe you can't eat how Freelee eats and it doesn't bother you. But you have to understand that these people are just trying to help you transition into the lifestyle, and there's many different ways to eat vegan. I would say the best way to start out is don't restrict yourself. If you're used to eating meat, get the meat substitute stuff, and then transition yourself into a more healthier way of eating. And a lot of people, this clean eating is going around like it's a negative thing. And I think if you are eating clean most of the time and you're not restricting yourself from eating other things, I don't think it's a problem. I think the problem is when you start to clean eat and then you restrict yourself from anything else that may be considered unhealthy. For the most part, how I'm eating is called RawTill4. So I will eat like vegetables and fruit, mainly fruit, till 4 o'clock or around there. It doesn't have to be exactly that time. And then I will have my dinner usually a little bit earlier now, because I've noticed that my digestive system works better when I have my dinner early. And I'll have my pasta, my potatoes, and my salads and everything like that. But if you need some inspiration for things that you want to cook, I would definitely go on to Instagram. I would go to YouTube. I would go to Freelee's channel. I would go to Mel, who just changed her channel to, I think it's Melanie Love. I would definitely check her out. I will link her channel below. Plant-Based Judy has some incredible recipes that you guys can check out. She also has an ebook that is super helpful. Lonnie Jane, I have her ebook, which is amazing. I also have Ellen Fisher's ebook, which is also great. I have Freelee's ebook, which is great. You don't have to buy things though. You can just go on to YouTube, you can go on to Instagram, you can just type in vegan recipes on Pinterest, you can type in vegan recipes on the internet, and you will find things. Just listen to your body and do what's right for you. And I would trial things for 1 month. Because you need 1 or 2 months. 2 months is probably the best. You need about 2 months to adjust into what you're eating. So if you are dead set on eating RawTill4 and then you have your starch at after 4, I would try that for 2 months and say, this is making me feel better. Maybe this is the way I want to eat. And then if you want to add in some junk food, some vegan junk food, I mean, I'm all for that. I don't understand why you have to restrict yourself just because you're vegan. I always have something on hand if I decide that I want to have some vegan junk food or something that isn't exactly like super duper healthy, then I eat it. I don't restrict myself, and I find that's the best way. Because if you restrict yourself, then you're falling into the category of like an eating disorder, and that is totally not what veganism is about. Veganism is about abundance. and eating as much as you possibly want without, you know, overstuffing yourself and feeling sick. So an abundance would be eating the foods that you are enjoying and that you love to eat. So for instance, I really like mangoes, so I bought mangoes and I'm eating mangoes. I really like cherries, so I bought 4 bags of cherries, and I ate 4 bags of cherries last week. I don't restrict myself, and neither should you. You should do what your body wants and what your body feels that it needs. So listen to these people as more of a mentor instead of a goal that you set for yourself where I have to look like that person. I have to be that person, because that's not who you are. You're an individual. You don't need to be exactly like that person, and that person doesn't want you to be exactly like them. Freelee does not want you to be Freelee. Freelee wants you to be yourself. So don't focus on the exact things that everyone who are considered people who are considered vegan celebrities would do. I think bike riding is amazing, and if you love bike riding, do bike riding. If you love running, do running. If you love swimming, swim. If you like taking classes, do classes. If you like spinning, do spin classes. If you like walking, walk. Do what you want to do. Don't do what everyone else is telling you to do. You are in charge of your own body, so listen to it. Take everything in, and then apply it to your life. And that's what makes veganism such a great lifestyle, because it isn't restrictive, and I can eat so many things. I eat many different things on a daily basis. Like today, I ate apples. I was like, I'm in the mood for an apple. I'm gonna have 2 apples and some fresh squeezed orange juice for breakfast. And that's what I had for breakfast. And no one's sitting there telling me, no, you can't have that for breakfast. You're not allowed. No, you are allowed. You can have what you want. So do what makes you feel happy, and make your transition into veganism a great transition and not a sucky transition. What I have to say about RawTill4 Freelee. Let's go over what we learned. Be yourself. Listen to your body. People like Freelee are mentors. You don't have to copycat them. And just be you. That's what makes veganism such a unique category of eating, because you can be you and eat what you want to eat. Remember that the animals are important, and this is the main reason why people fall into veganism. They also fall into veganism for weight loss. So if you are thinking about being vegan and you are very skeptical about being vegan, just start off a little bit at a time like I did, and then slowly transition yourself into being vegan. And trust me, it is one of the best decisions that I did for not only me, but for my health. An enlightening and adventurous day. I will see you guys in my next video.